So one of the important things to acknowledge about this is back in 2016, Lindsey Graham himself said if the Republican Party makes Donald Trump our nominee, it will be the destruction of the Republican Party. And so for the last 8 years, Republicans have replaced all of their central morals, all of their policies, all of their economic beliefs with whatever Donald Trump tells them to do, and have turned themselves into a cult that follows Donald Trump as its leader. And as anyone who has researched cults can tell you, whether it be Jonestown, Om Shinrikyo, or Heaven's Gate, the second that the cult's leader loses their ability to command the attention of that cult, the cult itself falls apart and self-destructs. And what we saw today, that rushed press conference where he just went on a panic rant for a solid 30 minutes, was absolutely the moment that Donald Trump has officially lost the ability to command the attention of not only his followers, but the mass media cycle as a whole. And so if we follow this logic that MAGA is a cult that is currently in the process of falling apart, that the Republican Party is a cult that is in the process of falling apart, the next thing we are going to see is the sectarian divisions. This happens with every single cult movement in existence. The second the leader fails or dies or whatever, all the different members of the cult start blaming each other for the failure of the movement, which leads to increasingly stark sectarian divides which destroy the cult from the inside out. And I think the overall result of this is that the Republican Party is going to completely fracture. Not just we have multiple factions within the Republican Party. They are going to fracture into multiple distinct political parties. And because the Republican Party has given over all of their values and their traditions to Donald Trump for so long, and they have ultimately forgotten who they are as a party, they are not going to be able to put themselves back together enough to win the next, or maybe even 2 election cycles from now. It probably won't be until 3 election cycles out that the Republicans are actually able to unify, relatively speaking, into a party that can present a viable candidate again. And that is exactly what Lindsey Graham was talking about in 2016. When he said Donald Trump was going to be the downfall of the Republican Party, he knew what he was saying.